Still think we're too late on a tea.
What?
Still, a tea is still a bit
By the time we actually get started,
Yeah.
it's always cold.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
New Year, new you. No hat.
No hat. Just for once, I've no hat on. Actually, I do feel you've made me very self-conscious about my no hat situation. I've been wearing
It's because he looks literally like the microphone that's on top of the camera. I was
Yeah.
trying to plug it into the side of his head at one point.
And now I can't unsee that road mic looks like my head.
Yeah. Yeah, I brought us sweets. Like someone's grant. Take a little sweet, son. You can take two.
No, I'm sweet with this one pocket sweet. How long's it been in there? Recycling with it?
Just since the kitchen. Since Christmas Day. It's always the crap ones, isn't it? It's left. I'm like, where's the coffee one and the strawberry one and the one with the nut in it? It's just fudge and caramels and solid chocolate.
Do you not like them ones? They're first to go in our house.
I don't not like them.
But they're first to go in our house?
They're last in our house.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to go with this golden barrel. Not shower. Not shower. Golden barrel.
Adver off.
So there you go.
Yeah? I feel like I've got...
This will be good for the microphone as well.
Yeah. Just us chewing a sweet. Actually, I'm going to just save that. Because I'll just listen back to this. It's just me chewing a sweet and be disgusted at myself. My mum will be phoning me and all. I'm like, what have I taught you? Have I taught you nothing? Just don't eat with your mouth full.
You're chewing.
Chew with your
you're
mouth full.
literally recording something with your mouth full. You could have eaten that any time in the last hour. Record.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to eat my sweet.
Yeah. Dylan produces pocket sweets. Like, have you ever listened to a podcast and someone's just been eating? Mm-hmm. Or just started eating? Like, it's gone off.
I don't know.
There's times...
So, to completely break sequence, I watched this girl on Instagram. That sounds weird.
Yeah.
I follow a girl. That doesn't make sense any better.
So you're following a girl around Belfast watching her
Right,
Instagram
yeah, so I'm
story,
watching
right?
this girl.
Cool.
And, there's a girl on Instagram I follow called Michelle. She goes by the name of Girl Scout 2Rs, right?
Right.
She's like an alternative hair and makeup artist. She's really, really cool, but I've just always been interested in just her and what she does. And Pamela's the same. Pamela watches her and she's like, oh, I love her hairstyles. I love how she does this. Mm-hmm. I just love watching it. I mean, it's girl hairstyle stuff, but like I'm always fascinated by it. But she was the one that got me into doing Instagram Live because I was flicking through and it came up live one day and it was just her in her car waiting to pick up her boyfriend. And she had like 20 minutes outside the supermarket. And she just sat there with her phone in her car for like the guts of 20 minutes eating a bowl of pasta while she waited. And just answered questions and talked.
So, no agenda, just literally turned on Instagram Live and had a bowl of pasta.
She's like, all right, guys.
So then you...
But like, so mellow. And I was like, I watched like 15 minutes.
Really?
Like, what's going on?
Yeah, there's a guy I would follow. He's YouTube mainly, actually. I'm into like van conversions. Like guys that go off grid.
Yeah.
Super into it. Like
Just
really,
recently or just
No.
always?
I've always had sort of like I've always had a sort of interest in it, and I've always liked. I'm really into cars, and I'm really into like modifying cars, and I've always been sort of fascinated by a whole scene. But van conversions, I've always kind of been into. And my friend has converted one of those old VW ones. I'm not really into them, but he did a really good job, and I'm like, I'm gonna do that. But there's a guy following YouTube who has the van that I want, and he converted it and just literally just said, that's me. He just went to his mum. All right, see ya. And he just left and went to France.
Hopped in the Twingo and he was away.
In the Twingo, the old Kangoo. He's in a big Iveco daily, like
Oh,
long
wow.
wheelbase, like
Oh, wow.
super big. And inside it has a full tiled shower. It has full cameras all around. He's got a decking part on the roof.
Funny how you said shower and then went straight to cameras.
Oh yeah.
It's got a shower with cameras in it.
Come on in, use the shower. But he's like, he just disappeared and then went, and he's been like over. So he did a live. He did a live of just him sitting drinking like whiskey, just
Yeah.
to talk to people. But it was for 2 hours. He just sat and but he was just like, Merry Christmas, everyone, and he was just having like whiskey, and whoever was there on Christmas Day, because he's off grid in Chamonix in France, and he's just having Christmas Day with all the subscribers. And I was like,
It's
unreal.
amazing how you watch something like that and like 40 minutes goes by.
But do you not think though you watch that girl because you're invested? Like if I had just tuned in, I'm like, why am I watching this chick eating pasta? Like I'm not. doing
And then
this.
you ask yourself 15 minutes later, why am I still?
Yeah.
Now, last night she came on, did a live, and I was sitting there, Pamela and I in the living room. She came on, did a live, and it literally just started. I was like one of the first people on, looked at it, and she was just sitting at her desk eating a bowl of Brussels sprouts.
What?
She's like fitness stuff, but she was just eating a bowl of Brussels
And
sprouts.
here's you
She
putting
was like
so much effort into your life.
but her lives are great because she talks a lot to people. People ask questions, and it's always very like engaging. She talks a lot. And the thing is, she basically just comes on for a conversation with people, and people
Yeah.
ask her questions, and then she's googling stuff.
I suppose
But I
it-
literally will watch for like 20 minutes, be like,
Yeah, I suppose that's like a real like that. I suppose what Instagram live is meant to be. Like when you put a story up, or even when you put a photo up, and you have that comment, everyone comments, but there's always a delay, so it's not a conversation; it's statements.
yeah,
At different intervals.
Yeah.
Where like a live is pretty instant,
Yeah.
and I think it is very. So I suppose that's maybe she's just doing exactly what that's meant to be.
Yeah.
It's like FaceTiming someone, except
Yeah.
she's FaceTiming everyone that's following her.
yeah, true.
Do you know what I mean?
True.
And so it's probably a good thing. Now I really want to check out who this girl is.
Yeah, your missus would like her. She with the old
The
wacky
old-
hairstyles and stuff.
Right.
But her videos are just kind of cool. Like her and her boyfriend, I think they're both photographers as well. So she's got a photography page. I think that's how I found her initially, because
Yeah.
she does she's a good photographer. But yeah, just one of those random things. She's like completely different to everything else I follow.
A big
But I'm just
follower,
like
or-
fat. Oh, huge! Like she's 100,000.
All right. Okay. Wow.
Like yeah, she's huge. Like
Awesome. Check it out.
she's just got a real good backstory and everything. She seems real honest and everything. So I'm kind of fascinated by it. But yeah, she was the one that got me. That was the first time I sort of watched live, and I thought, wow, that's really interesting. That's a really
Yeah.
interesting sort of platform to use, and wasn't something I never used. And then when I did the live, I was like, well, I want to do my live, but slightly different. But this episode could be about lives.
Yeah, it seems like it's going that way.
So when I did
Well played, sir.
when I did my first live, I was like, I want to do something slightly different,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's why I tried to treat it like a show, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that having that little bit of structure helps. And I think the first few that I did was just me talking, and it was kind of cool. I think it was new, and people were like, they could ask questions.
Yeah.
And then
The first
I
one you
had-
did, was it not? Did you not unbox your phone?
Yes, could have been.
You
that.
unboxed. Did you not unbox like your iPhone? You were going to do it in a story, and then you were like, "No, I'm not unboxing something
Yeah.
on Instagram in the
Yeah.
stories." You like, "What about we do a live?" I think
Yeah,
that was
that's
what
what
you
it
did.
was. Yeah, it was something like
Yeah.
that. That's right. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
quite interested in that. And then I've done a whole bunch of every other week, I suppose, for over a year, which is mad.
It's a good format. Like, I mean, it was something I really want to do, and it's something I've got I have had a really good idea to do, and it was just something that got put on the back burner, and like, well, I said on mine, like it was, but from watching yours, I like the format of that, like you're kind of bringing someone on, and you can do something there and then without having to like do a full sit down interview YouTube video,
Yeah.
or something. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like, it is pretty good, and you're getting your input there and then, and plus people can interact as well.
Yeah.
I like that format.
It's
And
cool when people come on, and I think I did one a couple of weeks ago. Sorry, just before Christmas, where someone asked to come on, and I let them on. They just had a chat, and it was brilliant. It was like someone I would talk to on Instagram for like regularly through DMs. So bringing them on for a chat was kind of interesting. But I was like, oh, okay, cool. This is quite nice. Like, because I had guests on, and I think the problem was I had some really cool guests on.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I started with local guys, and then we got bigger, and we had Jesse Driftwood,
Yep.
Chris Howell, and Cody
Cody.
Warner, and I was like, that's pretty cool. And flipping Donna did it as well. So
Yeah.
we had those guys on. So that was like 4 pretty big guests, and that was really interesting. And for me, it was like, where do I go now?
Yeah.
Like, and I think my problem was I had them all maybe too close together, because I didn't want my live to rely on a guest, especially a guest with a big following. I wanted on my live to rely on me.
Because you don't, like, I mean, I don't know if I don't know how, like, good it does your numbers whenever you bring one of those bigger guys on.
Yeah, it was all right. Like, most of the times, it wasn't like you weren't bringing. I think like when we did Jesse, that was a real eye opener, because when Jesse came on, it was like over like 1,200 people watching it.
Yeah.
Like when Jesse was on, and you got I got a fair amount of followers afterwards. But what was cool was he was really relevant to me. So when people came on, they're like, "Oh, you similar sort of stuff."
Yeah,
You know, so
gotcha.
that's kind of cool. And I guess it's the same when you've got people, as long as those people are relevant. But when you bring a completely different person on, that's maybe where it doesn't have
Yeah.
that effect. But I think for me, what happened with those 4 is I was like, they're all really cool dudes, and they're like, I just don't want my life to need that.
No, it
Yeah,
has
it
to
was
survive on
awesome
its
having
own.
them on, but the reason they were on wasn't because of who they were. It was more what they did. So each person there was a reason I had them on. It was like, I really want to talk to you about this, and
Yeah.
that's why they worked. So I was like, I gotta make sure I don't fall into the trap of just trying to get a name on just for the
Yeah,
sake of it.
absolutely.
So that was.
Mine was my idea was to I think I've talked about it on this, like it was a fucking nightmare, like
yeah.
oh god, I hated it. But I hated it because I was so unsure of actually going into the live part of Instagram, not anything else. It was just like, what's happened? I don't know. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
I've talked to people on live, but then when you're host, it's like it's different. And it was that I like to know what I'm doing beforehand. And anyway, so like my idea was, because I've got such a split in audience at times, it was like a really good way to bring both together.
Yeah.
And that was the idea. And I was like, well, live's a really good place to do that, because you can get the interest of one part of my audience mixed with the other interest of the other one.
Yeah.
And that was the idea. And I really liked the idea of it. And it's something I probably will do. I really like that format. But I've yet to get to the dizzying heights of eating my lunch on
You
live.
should watch that girl Michelle, Girl Scout. You should watch her lives, because what's really interesting, which I find incredible about the way she does lives, and I don't really think she gives it any thought. I think it's just who she is. But when you watch her live, she's really calming. So like my lives, I always feel quite frantic. I feel like I need to fill a space, you know. So like
Yeah.
I feel like I can't be quiet for too long.
Yeah.
But she'll be quiet for ages. She'll like she'll like log on, and she'll be like typing something on a computer.
Yeah,
She'll
that's
go,
really
and she'll
interesting.
be like, "Hey guys, what's happening?"
That's what
and you're sitting there like,
just waiting for it to
Yeah.
do something. That's what that guy's like, just drinking his whiskey. Like,
Yeah.
what he does is he sets it up. Well, he's doing it through YouTube. He's not doing it through Instagram at first start. He set it up live with something. He's recording with something. But I think he's got like, there's a girl that he's sort of traveling with. She has her own sort of van, and they travel together. And she'll be sort of with him. And he's looking at the questions on her phone.
Oh,
So
right,
it's like,
right.
but so they'll just be sitting there talking, and then they'll talk about something, and then obviously, and you normally you think this is just going to be about vans.
Yeah.
It's just going to be people talking about, oh, what heater are you using? What insulation did you use in the wall? But it's not. People just want to know about this guy. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Like, are you Christmas Day in a van
Yeah.
on your own? Like, what's that
Yeah.
look like? And you know what
Oh,
I mean?
you're in a
But
Santa
he
hat.
does that thing too, like, you know, where I suppose you do go to, you don't want any dead space. Well, he's happily just sit there and sip
Yeah.
whiskey, and everyone's cool with it.
And I think that comes down to your personality. I don't think I could do that.
No, you couldn't
I
do
think
that.
if
You
I think
definitely
I'd
could not do
itch.
that.
I'd be like twitching the whole
You
time.
couldn't do it. You would just be like drumming or something.
Yeah, it would
know?
be. I'd be talking to myself. I don't think and I love. Maybe I like that because that's the opposite to me. I always feel like everything I'm doing is like, you know, manic.
Yeah.
So when I watch someone like her, it's like, she'll literally she'll be like, "Hey, type for a bit, say a sentence, read someone's question, answer it, and just eat a Brussels sprout."
Oh, wow.
And then be like, and then someone was like, "Eating Brussels sprouts?" She's like, "Yeah, is that weird?" And then someone's like, "Well, it's just we can hear every bite." She was like, "Oh, sorry about that," and she slid the Brussels sprouts aside. But I was like, "It's brilliant." She just carries on. She's just super mellow. And I don't know. I think that's like, I think live's got a real interesting way of engaging your audience in a completely different way. That
Oh, absolutely. It feels really different. Like,
Yeah.
I really, for the first time, which I loved and hated. Well, I like to make sure I know what I'm doing and everything. But I felt so out of my comfort zone with it. Like, where I couldn't edit even. And I actually think this is probably going to, like, this has helped me, the vodka, because we don't edit a lot of jump cuts.
Yeah.
Like, I would edit a lot of stuff out of me making mistakes and sitting
Yeah.
and shaking my head and reading what I'm meant to be doing. Where, like, the live was just, I just instantly, do you know, like, when you're in trouble and you're in school and you know you haven't done, or you're in trouble, the teacher's waiting on you, and you just feel the heat rising? That's what it
Yeah,
felt
yeah,
like
yeah.
to me. Like, I properly felt like panicked by it, which was super interesting, because whenever you're in, like, I've been on your live, the pressure's not on me.
yeah, yeah.
I could literally just sit like that and go ahead, Dylan, do what you're doing, son. And you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You have to
Here's
then,
a question I haven't
you know,
prepared.
you'll be like, so what do you think about the new Sony camera? Hate them.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the worry, is that someone
Yeah.
comes on and does that, and you're like, "Oh, right."
Cody Warner comes on and goes, so what's your tips for starting YouTube? Just start.
Just start and carry on every day. Let's get this.
And then it's up to you
Yeah.
to sort of like, all right, cool, yeah, and make him interesting.
Yeah.
It's a big
And what's
response.
worse, especially on Instagram Live, is when the signal drops on someone else. So then they go,
It's
And is
what do you
that
call
like-
them? What like
and you're
every
like,
time
oh.
you're watching Billy Mays live,
Oh yeah, Billy
it's
Mays.
like you're just waiting
I
for
don't
it.
think Billy May has an internet connection now.
I
I
think,
think it's
honestly,
all just connected to a potato.
Yeah, with carrier pigeons
Yeah,
going back
yeah,
and forward.
yeah.
It's it's horrible.
It's horrible. Yeah, I don't bring him on for that reason. So the other day I don't know if you watched the one I did on Monday past, but I think you came on for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But that was really odd, right? Because I was like, right, what I'm gonna do is if you want to come on, hit a request.
Mm-hmm.
And then a couple of people requested to come on. I was like, all right, cool. So I'll just pick someone. So there's this dude, and his Instagram handle's New York, which I was like, afterwards, I was like, how did you get that handle?
This,
Like,
yeah, I seen this.
that's an epic handle to have. New York. I'm like, how do you even?
Without it, yeah, no.
Gee,
I
one
found
word,
it
New
strange
York.
to see that it was when you said New York's coming on, and I watched this bit and then I had to scoot after it. He was it came on, and I was like, why does it not have a blue tick?
Yeah.
I just expected it to be
Yeah.
that's actually just New York.
Yeah.
Why is there no blue
Well, I
tick?
was thinking, like, is this the city of New York? Is it?
Yeah.
And it's just a bro. And he's an Irish dude as well, and obviously
Really?
lives out there. But he came on. He was really interesting, like, and he does everything through phone photography. And he was actually a really interesting guy to have on. And I got talking to him afterwards, and I was like, wow, this was actually really interesting. But the problem was because of his handle, New York. He's like over 1 million followers on Instagram, but because of his handle, he has just got stacks of followers from everywhere, like from all over the world.
Anyone who's
so
been?
effectively, my live just got spammed. So, but it wasn't like because people were asking questions, but it was like people asking questions in Japanese. People were asking me to speak Russian, asking me where I'm from. Someone's comment was like, "What the hell is this even about?"
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know, I don't know what's happening. This feels all like an accident.
Yeah.
So like
Because
I
I
felt
think-
like you said, I just felt like everything, like the room go, and I was like, I don't know. I lost track. I forgot what I was talking about. I
Yeah.
didn't know where to go. And normally I'm like pretty quick, on my feet. I can think
Yeah,
pretty quick and
yeah,
like take
yeah.
it in a direction. But this happened, and then when he logged off and he was gone, I was just like, it was like someone brought 50 friends to my house for a party, and then they left, and all those people didn't
We're
speak
looking
English.
and we're looking at you.
And we're all looking at me, speaking to me in different languages.
Wanting a taxi.
And I was like, and I was like, what do I do? How do I get out?
Brilliant.
So it was like, I almost just like shut the door, just went
Yeah.
into the bathroom, shut the door and locked it. That was what I was like,
Yeah.
end live.
Really?
I have to, because there was like 30 people on. And like my live averages is around 30 people normally.
Yeah.
And there was about 30 people on. And then he came on and just jumped to like 700, like that, like immediately.
Because
And I was like,
okay, so I did that thing where I had my phone on my lap. I don't know how we were here, but Liverpool was playing in the FA Cup, on TV. So I was like kind of watching, and then you were like, "I'm gonna go live with New York. Oh, well, I wonder what this is." And I was kind of like looking, but and I looked back down. I was like, "Wait a minute." Where did these numbers come from? What's happened? And I could see you going, like, smiling, like really nervous. And I was like, oh, turn the TV down.
yeah. Because Ryan same messaged me after. He's like, your face.
Oh,
When
yeah,
that-
your
no, 'cause
face
I
is
just
so
like,
funny. Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what to do now. Like,
Yeah,
I
it
literally
was.
didn't know what
You
to
could-
do. I was like,
You just
proper
started
panicked.
laughing nervously. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so funny.
I had no idea, and it totally knocked me off. And then eventually, I was like,
I think because you said it on the way going, like I assumed you were doing that thing where you've spoke to this guy.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh, I'm making fun of his name, New York. But then
Yeah. No,
you could tell by as your eyes
the
disappeared.
blood poured out the side of my eyeball.
Pamela.
Somebody call me. It's like, this is where I want the Wi-Fi to drop off right now.
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
can
yeah.
end it while it's logged off.
That's
No, that's
crazy.
why eventually I got to like 40 minutes, and I've never let a live run short. It's always just got to the point where I've had to force
Yeah.
shut it, and it got to, because I always run it to that hour. I do like going out over, but it got to 40 minutes. I was like, I'm just gonna end it. Okay, bye, and just ended the live.
no way.
And then I was like, because what I did is I killed that, and then I just restarted a new live
Yeah.
for 15 minutes to clarify to anyone that was there what just happened, and then all the normal people, because the problem was all the people that normally talk and ask questions, they were just drowned out by this abundance of
yeah.
randomness.
And it kind of defeated the whole purpose of like having a chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you wonder, like, because I know now Dan Mace
Yeah.
has done his live
Yeah.
the exact same format all of a
Yeah,
sudden. And it's interesting to see, like, he obviously has a bigger following, or a big following, and a
Yeah.
very vocal following.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting. Like, I've never watched Dan Mace's.
Yeah,
I've never sat down and actually. I watched the first cut. Like, he did one when he was sort of talking to Peter McKinnon. Maybe was it Peter McKinnon?
Yeah, it could have
or
been,
he
yeah.
had Casey.
One
One
of
the
those
two,
guys, yeah.
But
The
it was-
Casey one, yeah, he did Casey as well.
So I was really interested to see, because obviously the whole point of a live to me is that you want to, like, even, or okay, if you're bringing a guest on, you kind of want your audience to learn about this guest, right? That's the idea. And also that this guest can teach your following something that they don't know, right? And I think the biggest part which makes it interesting is, like you're saying about that girl, is that it's people asking her stuff and she's engaged and interacting back with those people. And it was really interesting to see how, like, if you've got a following like combined Peter McKinnon and, you know, Dan Mace, what conversation is there going to be?
How do you even track?
Is it really just, what's the difference between him doing a live with Peter McKinnon and not just filming it for YouTube?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's just because, like, I mean, like, we're just talking about what happened to you. It's just all these here, like, different languages of highs and all this here happening. Like, how do they interact with anyone?
Yeah, you can't. And, like, when you watched his, like, because I asked Dan to come on to my one.
Yeah.
And, you know, hopefully sometime in the future we'll be able to do that. But for the time being, like, and then he started doing his ones, which are it's kind of interesting to watch how he's approached it. It's the same sort of, like, way that I set mine up, like a show with a start and he pre-advertises it the same sort of way. But then when he brought on Casey and Peter, like you saw people asking questions, but the two guys were trying to have a conversation first, and then, like, they're trying to have their conversation, but then all these people have questions.
Yeah.
And it's like, I guess the point where it's like, you either answer questions or you talk, or you just highlight one question every now and then.
Yeah.
And if you're just going to answer questions, it's like you might as well just let that guest come on and just answer the questions for you.
Yeah.
Or you just answer the questions. So I think it's a real tough one. Like, I think if you've got big followings like that, that's where it is really difficult.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, I can't just bring random people onto mine in the future. So I was like, well, what if I set up a way that what I'm going to do is pre-advertise it and then get people to send in the questions. So I'll be like, so I mentioned the other day, I'll get, but not sending questions, but send in their name and their topic. So it's not like, don't send in a question for me to answer, because, like, you just DM me.
You've been burnt there where you've brought people on and they've sabotaged it.
Yeah, exactly. So I have brought random people on and they've just been like,
Promoting.
they've just been like, come on for their own good. It's like, that's not the point of it. And the thing is to remember that the conversations we're having is always about creativity. It's about design, photography, film, that sort of stuff. So you got to I want to keep it around that, because that's when it works. So I want to be like, right, pre-promote. If you want to come on to the live for 5 or 10 minutes, hit me up in the DMs beforehand. Ask me, give me a topic and tell me what you want to come on for.
Yeah.
And then I'll add those people.
Yeah.
Because then I know the names. So I'll jot the names down, write it down, so I can add. So once they're following, I can add them to the story as and when I do. Rather than people requesting. Because, like, that dude came on in New York, and then I had like 15 requests from people to go live. And I was like looking through the people. I was like, no offense, folks,
don't recognize,
but you all look like maniacs. I was like, I don't know. You know, the problem is, like, if someone has their name, you know, Jim Smith, you're like, all right, Jim Smith, come on for a chat. But if your name's like Q42659 Laserface, I'm like, I don't know what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
You might come on with 2 guns. And you might come on fully nude. I've got no idea.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to sell me 20,000 followers.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Who knows?
Yeah.
You know who's really good at Instagram Live? Exactly what we were saying. It's just manic, and he'll bring everybody on live. Is Aaron Kraskell.
Yeah.
Do you ever watch his lives? Mental.
Yeah, his live is mad. I mean,
he's just like, I'm going live with this person, and this person, like, is on the toilet.
Yeah.
And he just, do you know what I mean? But he's really good at just being like, all right,
and he catches them off guard, and they're like this, hi. And then he goes,
really,
what's your name? And they're like, Stephen. And
he's
like, what's
brilliant
up?
at just making it, like, really, at just doing that thing rather than just, he's very good at it. So let's say, like, ideal world. We're in the podcast world, right? We're rising stars, right?
We're part of the voice generation.
Right?
Yeah.
You've got at the tippy top, probably what? Colin Gaddis. Like, for me...
Are we talking about Northern Ireland here?
No, I'm
like
talking about
worldwide?
podcasts. My favourite podcast, right?
Yeah.
Ones I will listen to constantly. Colin Gaddis I listen to all the time, right? Just underneath, Matt Diavella.
Yeah.
Grind up show.
Yeah, Matt's got a bit of work to do to get before he gets up to
Colin
Colin's
Gaddis.
side, but, like, yeah.
Absolutely. Right? You know, yeah, that's definitely. Right? Us.
Okay.
Third place,
Thinking the Daily Talk Show, but...
No, we're above those guys, right? Theirs is just...
Oh, this is the dream.
This is the dream.
Oh, this is the dream. All right,
this is the dream, right?
Yeah.
And then we get up there, right? And people ask, how did you do it? And we're just there going like, we don't know.
I have no idea.
And then, like, you know, we're still, like, deleting ones.
Yeah.
we're still off center.
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
our audio's still all over the place, and we're
Yeah.
like, yeah, I don't know.
We're just patching it as you. There's a Beatles song that goes, "I'm fixing a hole where the rain gets in to stop my mind from wandering." And that's what's going through my head. There's a hole there. We just patch it.
Yep.
And it's like, oh god, it's leaking over here
Yeah.
now. We patch that bit, and it's leaking
Yeah.
somewhere else. And
like-
it's just like that's this podcast. Because every
Yeah.
time we fix something,
Yeah.
we completely cock up something else.
We fixed the audio on one side, and then you're like, but now your side's all
I
gone.
listened to our last one the other day, and it was my own fault because I was listening to Matt Diavella first, and that guy's audio, like he's nailed it. His is like, it's like
Matt Diavella is the guy in school, right? That no matter what he does, he could have like honestly missed 3 weeks of school and still come in and gets an A in his
Yeah,
homework, and
yeah.
it's neatly written.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
The
And-
neat writer. I
and
get
it's like,
that. Yeah.
He gets his pencils out
Yeah.
on the desk, like he's that guy,
Yeah.
and you're like you're annoyed at him, but because you admire him and you wish
Yeah,
you
yeah.
were a bit like him.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right about it. Like that's what I imagine his writing to be like, very, very neat,
Very
like,
neat.
perfectly in the lines.
You know what I mean?
'Cause
Like
you
he-
listen to his voice, and it's like you hear everything. It's just like I don't even know how to describe it. Like what's the audio version of like
20/20
buttery
vision?
smooth? No, when people go, that's buttery smooth.
Yeah.
That's a buttery smooth gimbal. you know?
Yeah.
Well, that's buttery smooth cinematic footage. What's the audio equivalent to that? I just think Gary Barlow all the time.
Gary Barlow.
Yeah, something by his voice, but it's
I've
like that.
won a Velo Award this year.
But
What
it's
was
that.
Oh, that's cool. You ever watch that? No.
Oh, is that even Gary Barlow's
No,
voice?
it's your man. He did a mock-up of Gary Barlow, and that's what he said. He
Oh,
bought,
right,
he bought
right.
with his first paycheck. He bought himself a Ford Escort and a bungalow in it. Yeah, whatever.
Cash. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Not a bad way to go there. But like, yeah, I don't know. There's something about whenever you listen to his. I'm always like, I want to get it to like somewhere. If we can get it even close
Yeah.
to the standard at which he
Yeah,
produces.
like, and it's because like, that's what we were just saying. Like, he'll say at the very start of his, he'll be like, "Oh, okay, it's Matt Diavella, blah blah blah. I just want to say before this podcast starts that the guy next
Why are
door."
you doing that attitude
Because
thing
that's
with your head?
that's the way
It's
he
not-
comes on, like he's saying, like the guy next door was doing a bit of landscape, and you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
he was trimming his grass, dude. And unless you had told me, I would have thought it was my next door
Yeah,
neighbor.
yeah.
So let's leave it out.
Yeah,
You
like
know what I mean?
yeah, like
It's-
we
but-
didn't even plug a mic in today. So you're worried about the guy next door cut his grass. We haven't plugged any of the mics in.
Yeah, exactly. So
I mean, I wonder if he's had to record.
I wonder if he's recorded 15 podcasts, but only has 7 to show for it.
I wonder if he's had to re-record an entire podcast because he just forgot to record it, or I wonder if he's ever had to do the patch job we do when the last 5 minutes of ours doesn't record and we have to redo the last 5
Yeah,
minutes
3
and then
times.
laugh at the jokes again. Because nothing's pre-recorded or planned here, but
No.
sometimes we have to do the unplanned joke again because we completely forgot to do
and
something.
it tied into a bit that we said at the very start, and
Yeah.
it would make no sense us just cutting out because
Yeah.
we're about to go. So that
Yeah.
bye.
Bye. That's it done. Ding, 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 ding. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's I don't know. The podcasting has been really interesting, and what annoys me is that we called it a vodcast instead of a podcast. I wish we just called it a podcast. We had an idea, I had a
Yeah.
dream.
But maybe one day we'll actually do that other idea.
Well, someone actually said to me the other day,
Yeah.
they were thinking about doing a podcast. They were like, "But I want to do a video cut. That's called a vodcast, right?" And I was like, "Yes, that's exactly what it's called."
Google
Because
it.
is anybody else doing? Because like we made that word up in our own heads, like didn't we?
Yeah, I think we did.
I think we made it up.
I think we
I
pretty
mean,
much.
maybe people say it casually,
Or maybe
Yeah.
maybe they did.
but maybe anyone that knows what they're doing knows not to call it a vodcast because it's ridiculous.
I still think we should do that other idea that we had
Yeah, which we obviously can't tell you about because
everyone will just do it because we're so
Yeah.
influential.
it's yeah all our 12 people that are listening might just run out.
No, I
and
think
do
it'd
that.
be. I think it'd be a good idea. It'd be kind of fun. It'd be interesting. I actually think it'd be a really good idea on the way over to do the. I would like to say the new sort of setup. It would maybe be
Oh,
good
yeah,
to
yeah.
do one then.
Yeah. There's a bit of so I've got a new studio and we're gonna record the podcast in the
Like a
in
prop-
the new studio. We're
Like a
going-
setup, so where Pamela can't get to.
Yeah. So we can't. Also, somewhere maybe with some heating.
Yeah,
Possibly not the coldest room in existence
Yeah.
would be a good start.
yeah. Although it's not too bad when it gets started. Actually, it was a lot colder when I arrived.
Yeah, I think the lights are keeping us warm.
Yeah, but yeah.
So yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see where we go with that. Which leads me on to the question of the
Mm-hmm.
importance of voice. Like, what are we thinking voice? Because I got an Alexa the other day.
Did you?
All right,
Yeah,
and I'm like, it's incredible.
it is pretty good.
It's like I'm blown away by how smart it is. I mean, okay, we got it, right? And then we were like, this is going to be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
We can just get it to do everything, like anything you want. And we had one light bulb.
Yeah.
But that's it. So for like the first half hour, it was just all of us taking turns going, Alexa, turn the light bulb on.
Oh,
On. Turn the light bulb on.
My brother Paul has it in everything.
Really?
Like my brother Paul will be like, Alexa, turn down like his kid's bedroom down to 19 degrees. It's
Oh, wow.
connected to the radiators, every light.
Oh,
He's
really?
able to control his Christmas trees, the outside lights.
That's cool.
His security cameras are all connected up to it. He always orders the same like things, and he'll be like, Alexa, order the like dog food, and it just puts the order in for the last stuff. Like his whole house is set up with it. Like,
That's good.
It's pretty impressive.
Well, it was Billy and Damien Speed Motion. They have it in the office, and they had it set up to all the different lights, and that's what really like appealed to me.
Yeah.
They like had it set up to particular lights. They could control the temperature, and they had different colored LEDs and stuff. So we've now got it rigged up to control the thermostat, the Nest thermostat, as well as the light. Some of the lights now, and then there was something else it did. I can't remember what the heck it was.
Play ABBA's greatest hits.
No, not ABBA. No, just gangster rap. I've told you this before. So yeah, it's been pretty good, but it worked a treat the other day. So I don't know if you saw my story the other day when I got locked out. Did you see it?
Yep.
Do you know? Right, out of all the Instagram stories that I've ever done, which has been quite a lot, that one got the most like engagement because I got up, I did that and finished that story at 12 o'clock, and I got up the next morning at like 8, and I had 128 DMs. Like if I normally with my stories I would get around 30 DMs a day,
Right.
for like a general story, but 128.
I think
It took me like an hour and a half to go through them all and answer, because as you answer, people ask the follow-up question. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, but I like to answer everyone, so I went through. But generally the feedback was, oh my God, pissing myself laughing. My wife does this. There's a lot of guys going, my wife does this.
Yeah.
There was a lot of girls going, this is incredible. I did this to my boyfriend and my husband. And there was a lot of people saying, you set my Alexa off. Because I got the point where like I got home, Pamela had left the keys in the back of the door and my key wouldn't go in. And I tried to jimmy it in, it wouldn't go in, all that. But I tried all these things, knocking on the door, I like duct taped poles together and banged them on the top windows. And then I was like, oh, I wonder if I can get Alexa to wake Pamela up. So then I was like, it was 11 o'clock at night, by the way, and I'm shouting, Alexa, put on country music, full volume. And it was like, but then it was so loud that Alexa couldn't hear me to turn it down again. So I had to wait till this track ended, to which somebody said afterwards you could have just done that on your phone app, which I totally didn't think about. But like it was so loud, you could hear from the street. And Pamela was like,
Really?
fast asleep. And the kids, I was throwing stones at the windows and everything. But what happened there was I was like, this is unbelievable. Like Alexa's incredible. And I was shouting down the window through the door hole. The door hole.
The door hole.
A phrase no one has ever said. Postman, pop that through a door hole. What the hell is a door hole?
Oh, brilliant.
Jesus. So like, yeah, I was shouting through the door hole at Alexa, like, Alexa,
Pipper hole fillers coming through. What are these pipper hole fillers? They're ladders, Dill. They're ladders.
Oh my God. We attempted to deliver through your whole door hole. Oh God, I don't even know where I am anymore. So I thought like that was kind of interesting. But then what was mind blowing was the amount of people who were watching the story and just their phone going, Alexa,
Oh yeah.
turn country music on full blast.
So there's one you can do with Siri.
I've tried to get the two of them to talk.
Right. So what I did, I was in a room of all iPhone users at given time, and it was all dead quiet, and I just went, "Hey Siri, phone the police," and everyone's phone just started phoning the police, phone the emergency services, and I thought, I'll do it straight away.
Jeez Louise, that's pretty. That's
Hang on,
pretty.
let's let me check.
Hey Siri. So yeah, I try to use Siri a lot, and it's fine for like simple stuff, but I always find like when I use Siri, I've got to be like, "Hey Siri, phone Pamela on her mobile." Oh Christ, it's phoning Pamela. No, don't call. Hey Siri, don't call. Damn it, man, don't phone Pamela. Douchebag. I'll tell you that in a minute. But I always find it doesn't really pick up my voice or accent or something. I don't know what it is, but Alexa just picks it up perfectly. So I was testing it. I was doing like, oh, I love it when Alexa turns on the light and she didn't turn it on. I was like, Alexa's so good. When she turns on the light, nothing. And then I was like, Alexa, turn on the light. She turned it on. And I tried a whole bunch of different ways and she didn't do it. Then yesterday, Pamela and I so I thought, oh, she only responds to direct instruction.
Yeah.
Then yesterday, we turned the TV on and Pamela just turns to me and goes, Alexa's pretty good, isn't she? And Alexa goes, Thanks very much. I was like,
No way. They're listening.
thought, wow. So now I'm like, how do you advertise on that? How do brands and advertisers utilize voice? Like, what do we
Well,
do
I think Gary
next?
is it Gary V was talking a wee bit about this. He talks a lot about voice, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
loves a bit of voice.
He was talking about ways to sort of do that, but then you come up against that thing of, people was it? I don't know if it was Alexa or one of them where like they were just listening all the time. So then you would be talking to Pamela about like, here, I really think we should get a plaster to fix our wall.
Yeah,
And
who needs that?
and then you would be like on Facebook all of a sudden.
Yeah,
There's plasters. And
which
like,
would be very useful actually
Yeah.
right now. I mean, my mum says to me the other day, I wouldn't have one of those in our house. And I was like, why not? She goes, they're listening all the time. I was
Yeah.
like, and what?
Yeah.
She was like, then they'll know everything about you. And I'm like what?
yeah.
And she goes, I don't know. And I was like what, Mum? Seriously? Do you know she has an iPad and she's a plaster
Over
like
the camera.
over with cameras.
Does my head in.
But
10 foot.
do you know what her reasoning was?
Yeah.
She says to me, I don't want somebody watching me through the camera. And I was like,
Just
but
what?
why? What are they going to be doing? She goes, I don't know. They might be watching me in the loo. I was like, because there's a big fetish for people looking for 60-year-old woman's kneecaps on the toilet. Like no one gives it doesn't matter. Like I was like, but you're being tracked everywhere. You're
Yeah,
being
absolutely.
tracked on everything you do. Like
Yeah.
on every website you go to. That's why Facebook's serving you ads that are relevant.
Yeah.
What blows my mind is I have video conversations with Ryan, say, over WhatsApp, and we say stuff, and then, like, in a video conversation, and I'm pretty sure WhatsApp's encrypted, and then suddenly Instagram starts serving me weird ads related to what we were talking about.
No way.
I was like, what is going on? Like, weird coincidence?
But the thing is, like, everyone
aliens.
gets really hung up on it,
Yeah.
but it's all
It's all convenience.
it's all just for to sell you stuff.
Yeah.
Really, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Like no one really cares about what brand. Oh my goodness me! People will find out that I don't actually eat Heinz soup.
Yeah. I wear Crocs. They'll know I wear Crocs.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like no one really cares. It's
Yeah.
just to sell you stuff.
If it was like your bank details, I'd be shitting it a little bit. That sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But if they find out that, you know what, Dylan buys a lot of oranges,
Yeah.
you should sell
Yeah.
him some of the new Tropicana for £1. Other orange juice is available. I'm like, that's cool, dude, because I need orange juice or I eat oranges. So like,
Yeah.
that's I don't eat oranges.
I don't get that hung up on it. I get more hung up when people go on about it. It's like, oh well, it is what it is. Like
Yeah.
we live in an age where I have people. We'll put it this way, right? You would go on Instagram, or I'd go on Instagram, and it's part of my gripe with Instagram is that you're always being sold. You're always being sold stuff all the time. But all of a sudden, when Facebook recommends you stuff, oh, that's a problem. But you could say on Instagram, oh my goodness me, I flipping love Nutella,
Yeah.
right?
Someone's got, tell you what I wouldn't
And
mind
you've
that.
said it to potentially all your friends, and everyone likes it and loves it. And all your friends know you like Nutella, but the minute Facebook recommends Nutella to you, oh my goodness me,
Yeah.
scumbags, they're listening.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
you've just told everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Exactly.
I don't really.
No, I don't really care. I'm not like, if anything, if it speeds stuff up,
Absolutely, I'm all for
you know,
it.
like
Yeah.
there's a couple of things that have happened recently, and I'm just like brilliant.
Yeah.
Like I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I want you to advertise. I'll buy that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy buying that. Like one of the best things that's happened to me with the iPhone recently is, when you have two-step verification
Mm-hmm.
on, and now it just picks up the code when Google sends you the
Yeah.
code. Just like that, there's been a code sent to you by Google. Brilliant.
Yeah.
The less I have to type in.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, but
So
that's
it's-
interesting. Like, no, but I think like with voice, I think what it's doing is something we talked about a while back, was that I think it's bringing people around to more long form content. I think like everything gets so fast. Like kids are now watching stuff where it's like, oh my goodness me, something's blowing up, pyong 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 pyong, and it's all so fast. Oh my goodness me, look, it's slime, pyong 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 pyong.
Colin's key.
It's all mental, but it's all really, really fast. And I think like what podcasts are doing is introducing people into that more long form content. So you're seeing the like of people like the Michelacs who produce a video that's like 30 minutes long.
Yeah.
You're more just sort of you'll accept it more, and you'll maybe give it a bit more time
Yeah.
because you've maybe like 30 minutes. That's 30 minutes less than a podcast I would listen to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's I think everyone eventually will go back to long form. I think that's a good positive from it.
Yeah.
Because it does give a bit of time where people don't want information just so fast.
Yeah.
you know.
And it's nice that you can do other stuff while you're listening to it. I think that's the bit that appeals to me.
100%.
You do it while I'm driving because I really like listening to the radio. As much
I-
as I
I-
like listening to the
I
same
can't.
12 songs
Yeah.
on repeat for eternity.
Greatest Showman soundtrack.
But,
I can't. I like in the morning. I can't listen to music, and I love music, but I just can't listen to music in the morning. Has to be people talking. So podcasts are perfect for that. And then when I come home and listen, when I'm like on the bus on the way home, it's like I listen to music, but like a podcast all day long.
We should do like live guest podcasts for people.
How'd
You know, like
Just-
we used to sit in the backseat of someone's car. Like someone
Just
wins
like
an
the-
opportunity. If you'd like to win an opportunity for Mark and I, sit in the back of your car during rush hour traffic. Imagine you and I just sat. Imagine
But
you
just-
actually did that. Like
but
we
just
sat
then-
in the back of someone's car
and then
and
he's
they
like-
drove, and we never addressed them. They never addressed us. They just got in the car and we were there. And as they
Yeah.
started, we were like,
But what?
Good
No,
morning
it
to-
would be
welcome.
hot. I would get like too into my own head with it because like we would tell a joke and we'd be laughing, but they wouldn't be laughing. We'd
Yeah.
be like, here,
yeah.
mate, just
Then
that was
you
funny.
might hear them go,
No, they would need to. Yes, but then
but
like,
how cool would it be?
they get out to work and we're just sitting there
Yeah,
waiting
but
on them to come back.
But they get in the car and we're like, good morning, welcome to Wednesday, I'm Dylan, I'm Mark.
Yeah.
Welcome to another podcast. And then we have to go, bow, 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 whatever that tune is that I stick on the podcast. And then it cuts in, it's like, so what's today's episode about? And they're just like driving to work. Two of us in the back.
He's in the
I mean, that's mental. It's
Yeah.
completely mental.
he's in the front seat going, oh, I hope it's about Instagram. We're like, today we're
Yeah.
going to talk about YouTube. He's like, no, turns us
Yeah.
off.
Stops. Can you lads hop out? Another oh my god, do you know what it could, I mean, this is insane. Where are we going with this? But do you know the way you don't get it in Northern Ireland, but in South Africa and maybe in the States you get it, where you get guys selling stuff on Saturday, right? Like selling
Yeah.
a Superman balloon, or like South Africa was always coat hangers, just always selling coat hangers. Just be podcasters.
Yeah, like,
You like they stand there and they advertise themselves with a
Like
billboard. They're like this, Mark and like MDVodcast. Today we're
Like-
talking about YouTube, and they go, hop in, and we do it like a like a taxi driver. We like they just direct debit it. You know, like Park Mobile. You hop in, bing bing, and it's like they just pay for as long as they want to listen to, like 10p a minute kind of
Yeah.
thing. You know, and they're like, listen to 10 minutes of this. Load of bollocks, lads. Out you get.
Yeah.
We hop on next traffic lights. Stand there with our little placard.
he's driving up.
I
Oh,
mean-
Matt Diavella's here.
And you see him. You're like 4 cars back, and you can see him. It's probably like he's mine. I'm gonna. And then someone's like, "I'll have Matt." No, for the love of God! And then you have to follow that person for the next half hour to see until they kick him out. I mean, that's a TV show, if anything.
That is a good, that would be a funny
What's the
YouTube
date?
video.
We should put it the 10th of January 2019.
Yeah.
Mark and Dylan came up with this idea.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it could be the new carpool karaoke.
We've said this now and we're like, God,
Do we
that,
say it?
No.
I'll phone James Corden. We'll get the ball rolling.
Yeah, man, that New York guy was bound to know James Corden.
Yeah.
Surprised he wasn't on your live.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Everyone else in the world was on that. Oh, that's mad. That's a funny idea, actually.
That's a really funny idea. We should definitely not do that, but secretly
Yeah.
low-key
Yeah.
do
We're
that.
not going to do that idea,
Yeah.
folks.
Absolutely.
Is there a voice version of a wink noise? Blink. Blink.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's gone off on a bit of a tangent there. 40. I'm gonna eat a sweet.
So what then? There's probably a good one then, because now we've just come up with the best idea ever in
Mm-hmm.
history. Have you got any? Are you a goal setter in January? I just bring Brussels sprouts on. Just
So you're waiting for me to put this sweet in my mouth?
yeah. So you got plans then, Del?
No, I do not. Oh, I wish I hadn't gone for the toffee.
Because as soon as I seen the topic, then I was like, "That's going to end bad." Should have went for the other one, dude. It's softer. If it would have been gone, 2 bites gone.
Right. There you go. I'm not a goal setter. Well, not a goal. I'm not a New Year
You mean?
resolution.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I read something the other day that was really good. It was like the human mind is like its natural instinct is to what's the word when you don't want something like
Reject.
the human mind rejects change.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it's
you're-
like
is this
so
the
you've
thing
got to
we-
be this pattern. You obviously have to get into the pattern, but like so the whole point of it is like stupid. Like what's the point?
Is this the thing where like your mind is designed so like if you're like even to the point where you're like I'm gonna go and get myself a drink, your mind will do everything to keep you sitting in that
Yeah.
seat. It's to protect you. It's to keep you safe.
Yeah, like
essentially.
I'm gonna record a podcast, and then your mind does everything
Yeah,
to
screw it
stop
up.
you. Even when you phone the guy who set the date and say we're recording the podcast, and then the guy goes, "Are we recording the podcast?"
Yeah.
Because I could literally think of 5 other things I'd like to do.
And then you were like, Well, we've said you there.
It's
I meant
clearly
to say,
it's me.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like, is it
Fictional
Wednesday?
person.
It's Wednesday?
No,
It's
yeah.
Wednesday?
And he's like, you know, it's Wednesday. I'm like, I don't know what's happening anymore. To be honest with you, you know, I've been standing in the street with a advertising the podcast the last week, but yeah, I don't really do stuff like that. I don't know. I've never really been that, but I guess my drive is I want to, as far as creative goals this year, is I want to be more organized with my professional work, and have more of a structure as to how I take on work, execute work, because the last year has been a bit insane, and it was like I just was taking jobs because
Yeah,
I was
you-
like I just needed to
yeah.
get the traction, and it was great, and I got to work on some amazing things. But I want to I want to basically say to myself, don't be afraid to structure that.
Yeah.
Because I get this idea, someone's like, can you make a video for us? I'm like, yeah, and they're like, when can you do it? Tomorrow. And I'm like, wow, sweet. But had I gone 3 weeks time, they're like, okay. But instead, I'm like, tomorrow, now,
Yeah.
right now, I'm holding my camera. Let's do it. You know, and I'm like,
Yeah.
if I don't do it like immediate, but the concept of just going, I'm not free until 3 weeks
Yeah.
time, and they go, okay. So by structuring my work a bit better, I think I'll get more out of myself, and then my clients get more out of me. As far as creative stuff goes, I want to put more structure into YouTube and utilize my IGTV better, I guess.
Yeah, I'm the same. I don't really make goals, but I think the new year is a good time to sort of take stock. Do you know what I mean? Like, but I hate setting goals because like I will never stick to a goal.
Yeah.
But what I really want to do is just be more disciplined in what I do, like, and just hold myself more accountable. I think, like, you know, so like if I say, and that's with everything, that's not just video. Like if I say, oh, I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna set myself like, I want to definitely get this video made, it's holding myself accountable. Like, as to why is it not done?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and just be. And so, like, me and Lindsay have kind of done this where, like, we're being accountable to each other. It's like, why have you not done this? Or, like, why have you not? Because you just can get, like, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow. Because there's no real reason for it to not, you know,
Yeah.
no one's going to miss it. Or you
Yeah.
think in your head. But if you really want to give it a go, so at the end of the year, you look and go, well, did you achieve what you wanted? No. And it's because of this, and this.
Yeah.
And it's just holding yourself more accountable, I guess. Like, that's what I really want to do. A bit more disciplined in all aspects. In terms of like what I want to do video wise, I think I really want to at least have said that I gave YouTube a good crack, like, because it's the one thing that I feel like I really want something to happen, or I really want to like put a lot into it, but every time it's about that procrastination. It's always like myself. I just never do. So I think I just want to hold myself accountable, and at least at the end of the year, showed a really good account of myself and done something. Maybe not being like my best stuff I've ever made, or it might not be like watching Lord of the Rings, but at least I can say I'll give it a go. You know what? And it is what it is.
Yeah. No, I think that's a good way to do it. I suppose the other thing is like remembering something that's been like going through my head is remembering to create stuff for yourself.
Yeah.
But like everything, because I find sometimes like, I mean, I set myself that limit of doing a story every single day, and I like that pushes me to do it. But it's remembering like to do stuff because you want to do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like trip up and just do it because I feel it needs to be done.
Yeah.
That's why when I did that film, weird like proof of concept, there's a whole plan to go after that.
Yeah.
And I did that, and like loads of people loved it. Loads of people had feedback. Loads of people had opinions, and it was really interesting. It was really mixed.
Yeah.
But I was like, it's cool. That's what I want to do. Like that's where I want to go with
Yeah,
that. I
100%.
still want to do other stuff, but that's got to run parallel with other things I'm doing. So
Yeah.
I think I'm going to do that. But yeah, I think I got a good feeling about 2019.
Do you? Yeah, me too. So, yeah, same here. It started off pretty shitty because my camera broke.
Yeah.
Pretty much on the 2nd of January. Like,
And then that guy stole your hats.
yeah, every hat I've got.
yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How'd your haircut go?
Not very well.
Dude, I was thinking to myself, you paid someone £10 that if you stuck your head out of a window, they would have done the same thing.
You see what I paid. Yeah, the thing is, so the guy that cuts my hair, Denny, he's just a good friend of mine, and he's such a wind-up merchant. So I went there one year, and he was like, and I was like really concerned about my hair thinning out on top, and I said to him, yeah, it's really thinning out, like what can we do? And he was like, oh, it's fine, man, don't worry about it. It's not thinning out. I was like, oh, okay, cool, you really made me feel good there. So I left. I came back to him like 3 months later, and I sat down, I was like, yeah, man, can we give it a bit of body up top so it can stick up? And then he goes, really? Body?
Oh,
And I was like, what? And he goes, wow, I'm not a magician. I was
Oh,
like,
no.
but he literally told me 3 months ago that I had. He's like,
and you're still there?
Wow, he's a good mate of mine.
Yeah. Is
But,
it not like, do you not worry? Like, it's my biggest fear.
No, it's Pamela's biggest fear. I don't really
That
care.
she goes bald.
No, that I go bald.
Really?
Yeah, 'cause she met me, I had long hair, and she always loved it.
I respect the fact that you just embrace it.
Yeah,
Like
I
I
don't
couldn't. I would have had like I'd
Yeah.
have done a full Phil Mitchell and wore a hat from like the minute.
I
It's
don't
my
know. I was
biggest
thinking
fear.
like
'Cause
maybe just
I've
run
been
the
grey.
sides really long.
I've been grey from I was 17.
Yeah.
Like 18, 19, I started going grey, like really grey.
Bone grey.
Yeah, and it's like, but so like I've always
Just
embraced
Benjamin
that.
Button.
But it's like in my mind, it's like I would rather have it than go looking for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I
so-
like the grey. I think the grey looks good though.
No, but that's what I mean. So I don't know. It's my biggest fear. So I kind of respect that you just embrace
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I don't know. You see, I see other people who are like just bald, and I'm like, oh, that guy's just bald. He's totally happy with it, and no one goes, look at your bald fella. Well, maybe if he's weird looking, but generally it's like if you had long hair and then you suddenly shaved off, you might get for a couple of weeks, yeah, you're bald, but then it's like,
Yeah.
that doesn't matter. Once it's gone, but like, yeah, Pamela always says to me, sometimes she'll just look at it, she'll be like this, and I'm like,
no.
look, don't worry about it. I intend, and people say to me on Instagram, it's because you wear a hat all the time.
It's not.
I'm like, no, I wear a hat because
I wear a hat all the time.
I like hats. And I'm
wear
like,
a hat.
I'll wear a hat till the day I die.
I wear
I'll
a
be
hat
like
all the
the old granda
Yeah.
in a flipping Vans peacock.
My mate got married in a flat hat.
Did he? I got married in a granda hat.
No, he got
Oh,
married
no,
in
not
a
a flat cap,
He got
but-
married in a hat like that.
So yeah, that was good. That was a nice warm up back into the year.
Yeah.
There was I like that we don't have a structure and we just made that up as we went along. It felt good.
It does feel good. It feels good. It's gonna feel better when we get like our new home. It'll
Yeah.
feel good.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah, I
Do you
think
is
so.
this will be the last one in here then?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you think so?
Oh, by the way, there's no box today. Yeah.
No way.
I lost the T on
Did you?
Vodcast. It said Vodcast.
Oh god.
Welcome to the Vodcast. I don't know what that is.
I didn't even realise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to It's there, and I was trying to fix it, and then I took out the numbers. I thought, I'm done with the numbers. I can't be bothered with the cardboard. So I was going to split it so it said TheMDVodcast.
Yeah.
And then when I put it together, it said TheMDVodcast.
And you lost the T.
And I was like,
It
I'm
pretty
done
much,
now.
It pretty much just sums up the podcast. Pretty much.
I kind of feel like there's a part of me is like, should we just keep running it and just keep drawing the numbers on until like the numbers are all drawn on?
Mm-hmm.
But I just thought like, let's find a new way to do it.
We'll get a new.
I'm thinking just a whiteboard because the light thing didn't really work anyway.
Yeah.
Whiteboard, so maybe just a whiteboard will do the job. Anyway, we're off on a tangent again.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat this sweet.
Yeah.
Away from
Yeah.
the
All right.
microphone.
Well, thanks very much for listening or watching or however you've
Yep.
consumed us.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds a bit odd.
Does sound a bit weird. Right in the door hole.
This year, Mark's going to do the dab.
I'm not dabbing.
Why not?
Not a chance. I said this before. I dab my football character. Dabs a lot.
A dab.
In the
My
thing,
football
but-
character
My
dabs.
football
I love
character
that.
in FIFA, but I'm not dabbing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right. Cool. Well, anyway, thanks very much. Catch you later.
Yeah. Peace
Peace.
out. Bye.